Aboya mo bibiara ajo makwaba Diamond Kasiesu enie wa maimon sam ne ma hudro sun sam ya boaboa no emre asesa ye de beso mu e wa Diamond Television so mayam fasida ma Diamond Ground Real Estate Diamond Ground Travel and so wo mo e na ebo ye chidon papa e na nwumre ye de kase boy e ba beso mu Diamond Ground Real Estate se wo pasa se krojen asase amansu biara eni hu asase a one langard for enya sem de na se wodi weni etwemu e wona seye afes Diamond Grand Travel and so se wa kwentu inkrata sem biara fabeda wo mehwe bibia ye ne kama ede ama wonyina no wode twa kwan e wala pass Tabora number 5 wo mo ne Diamond TV e na wodan krondemo
Aseda fabrics so efrefre wo se brow pe fabrica efe na efo nko ade a ene hwele chi akwan na chese wontimi emma obi romecha akwan e wo New Makola shopping mall inside honoma o me ne Methodist book depot na edi enhwe ni mu ai okọ honoma aseda obema fabrica opebia amoato
afes be light enterprise be light say nkania papa efi wo se ka be enekita wo pesa wo spec you kan na ye fedia but when you etchemu e wona say ye be light e we ye aposo kan city light junction honum na
Golden Touch Beauty Center so efrefre wo so ready no chese bibia tete agum na wo hu de wonye nko ade na bra no siesie mfama wo when e cha kwan e wo New Makola shopping mall inside honoma we hu Golden Touch bora honum na chese omuntimi ensiesie wo
we siesie we de na ewie na se wo maintain ye no ntina Hajia Slay Empire sebra I know on my way supplements akodo nko akodo betimi adia maintain wo body na ye fe e bia wakoye bibia ma we de aye basa aye rese wo se kwa koma so yem obepie mu e wona se ye wo beboa ama chese bibiara akọ kama ohwehwe na kira kwan dia owola pass abeka kwan na aso woni total filling station no na dinhwe no afei ensem ebedi akotene e wo kasebon mi bi ense cases a ache e wo court no munyi ni nyina emfi wo we mampanyi na nado dankwa ekufuado e na odi ama judges a wapan won no
ye na ebetimi amaga na esi ne dadam efri NDC akache
aposifo eyi ahobamboku a wo mu ene behwe afia bato ye babati eso
polyclinics and health centers na eka e-health project no eho
ye na nsama huduo bi ene na nwumre ya boaboa no ye de babeso mu e wo Diamond Kasiesu wagudie insu ensemu nyina no ye de beso mu e wo Diamond Kasiesu yen a ye de kaseboy e babeso mu eyeme ma osikonyo mini menuaba
efia frempoma
afe yen dan ye ho embra ye ba ye de kasebo ni twemu e beto aso ma obi biara akwaba biom Diamond Kasiesu eni afei kasebo ni ntremu eni mampanyi na nado dankwa ekufu ado a wo ye Ghana mampanyi judges dunsia a wapa wo no ene wo de ato wo nanim se won hwe na bia a ye de wo na ato se won koye adwuma no wonye na cases a ache e wo ho no won yi nyina emfemfiri ho o de sansemi etudwa ekita osabosum da Etosu Edionu Miensa Wabra Yedi Ejumanu Esha Wansa Ewo Jubilee House in Crime.
And on behalf of my brothers and sisters who have been appointed to the Court of Appeal bench today, we wish to thank the Almighty God for making today's ceremony a successful and memorable one. We express our immeasurable gratitude, appreciation, and sincere thanks for the honor done to us by His Excellency for this appointment. We know of the confidence His Excellency, the President, the Honorable Lady Chief Justice, and the Judicial Council have in us, that we are persons who are ready to uphold the provisions in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, 1992, by upholding the rule of law to ensure that justice, equity, and fair play are administered and done to all manner of persons. As we took our oath of office, we stated so, and we shall do everything within our powers to fulfill same.
This occasion underscores our unwavering commitment to upholding the rule of law, strengthening our judiciary, and ensuring justice for all Ghanaians. The 16 justices, 12 men and 4 women, whom I have sworn into office a few moments ago, upon the advice of the Judicial Council, are each eminently fit and qualified for the position of a Justice of the Court of Appeal. One of the key challenges we face is the need to address the backlog of cases that continue to burden our courts. Justice delayed, as we know, is justice denied. It is imperative that we find innovative solutions to expedite the resolution of cases and ensure that justice is delivered in a timely manner. Another critical area that demands our attention is the issue of judicial independence. The judiciary should be free from any form of external influence or interference, be it political, economic, or social. It is only through preserving this independence that we can be sure that justice is administered impartially, that the rights of all citizens are protected, and that the oath judges take to act without fear or favor, affection or ill will is fulfilled. The public's trust in the judicial is essential for the effective functioning of our democracy. It is therefore incumbent upon us to ensure that our judicial processes are open and transparent, and that judges are held to the highest standards of conduct. As you take on the duties of a Justice of Appeal, I urge you to approach your duties with humility, integrity, and a deep sense of responsibility. Your elevation to this esteemed position is a testament to your hard work, allegiance, and attachment to justice. I have no doubt that you will discharge your duties with honor and distinction, and that you will contribute significantly to the advancement of our judicial system and the rule of law. May you be guided by wisdom and courage in all your deliberations, and may you always remain steadfast in your pursuit of justice.
Franka Tuni Emma NDC Amanyokono John Dramani Mahama Ene Washemu Amiati Asiese see to Aba Amana Fimu Amana Be Man Penina One na by pe ene betimi Edigana Esine Dade.
The good professor was accountable. He held himself and his administration accountable to the public, which is a stark opposite to what we see today. He encouraged the Public Accounts Committee to start sitting in public and allowing televised sessions of the committee. His open door policy allowed citizens to voice their concerns directly and thereby engendering a culture of accountability. He was a responsible president. He carefully managed our nation's resources and implemented fiscal policies that aimed at economic stability. And being a responsible leader, he was cautious about excessive borrowing and focused on sustainable development, ensuring that projects were completed efficiently and within budget. My comrade and mentor, President Mills was a respecter of the rule of law and did not abuse his powers as president. He exercised his presidential powers with grace, restraint, dignity, respect, and respect for democratic principles. He avoided using his position for personal or political gain, and he consistently sought to uphold the Constitution and the rights of all Ghanaians. Our Professor President did not allow the trappings of power to make him a tyrant. He was a Democrat, true and true. And as a steward managing the economy, his record remains phenomenal and unsurpassed in the Fourth Republic. Ghana, historically under his tenure, recorded its highest ever GDP growth rate of 14.4%, with a larger contribution coming from the rail sector rather than the oil sector in the decades under his administration. In addition, his record of single-digit inflation for over 30 months remains unbroken. Today, we miss him sorely because all the values he stood for, lived for, and died for have been reversed through naked arrogance, arrogant abuse, and absolute recklessness, causing the good people of Ghana enormous anguish and suffering. But we shall not give up. We shall continue to strive and fight to put Ghana back on the track that he would have been proud of if he were alive today.
Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, our year was swafu, our share in Sika Samso and a diabetes say Ghana Police Service no a Hubambo ko our mo and a besha say a fear butter yababeti as subject ebe yejuma. But the answer me at Suja wa bra working kind mid-year budget no ewo marche budget.
As part of activities to effectively coordinate security coverage for the electoral activities this year, the Police Service has established the Police Election Security Secretariat under the authority of the National Election Security Task Force. Mr. Speaker, as part of activities to effectively coordinate security coverage for the electoral activities this year, the Police Service has established the Police Election Security Secretariat under the authority of the National Election Security Task Force. Under the authority of the National Election Security Task Force.
Finance Minister Omonyanko Mohammed Amin Adam and the lady, watch your money at yourself. 49 polyclinics, no, and health centers, e-health project, no.
On health centers and polyclinics this year. As of June 2024, a total of 49 polyclinics and 144 health centers have been connected, enhancing access to patient data at the point of care, claims management, and real-time biosurveillance data. This has significantly strengthened the country's health delivery system. Mr. Speaker, the following projects were completed between January and June 2024. The Urology and Nephrology Center of Excellence at the Kuala Lumpur Teaching Hospital, district hospitals at Kumeu and Fomina, and CHIPS compounds at Debiso, Nkrofo, Denchira, Anani Krum, and Kwanyako, and many more CHIPS compounds across the country.
Oman Ghana yensana hene Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam and our chemu say Oman Ghana say ye can say international tourism hub dia na bia a Oman Ghana ejina no ye pa.
Guided by the strategic anchor industries framework, 13 vehicle assembly plants has been established and 4,700 vehicles produced locally. We aim to penetrate the sub-regional market through the Africa Continental Free Trade Area framework and pursue local assembly of electric vehicles in line with our electric vehicle policy. Mr. Speaker, Ghana is being positioned as an internationally competitive tourism destination. Tourist arrivals have increased from about 500,000 in 2023 to almost 600,000 in the first half of 2024. This is an increase in several hundreds of thousands of tourists. And this has led to receipts of about $1.8 billion compared to $1.5 billion over the same period last year. To complement this progress, we've enhanced tourism infrastructure, marketing, supply chain links through the redevelopment of key tourist sites such as Ebri Gardens, Ya Asantua Mausoleum, the museum at Ejisu, and the Piccolo Slave Camp.
President of Ghana Union of Traders Association, Ayetwanitiawa Guta, Penny Power Dano, Dr. Joseph Obey, and then Bachem Amiati say, Guta for any year past a buying, I don't know who ever small scale business, any medium scale business, no emu.
Yeah, that our people, especially our young people, are celebrating unconstitutional changes in government. We should be asking ourselves these questions. Our citizens are demanding and are indeed entitled to accountability. Citizen activism is on the rise, and rightly so. Democracy promises better, and we must.
Finance Minister budget already a crunch ebebrewum. Yeah, here ni say aban ebebo no homodin na watimi sustain ni, which is watimi ato akoso ama yenya cedi no enya na hoden inflation etimi aba from na yeni atweye mu say yebi ayebetete taxes so ana say BBC na emom no yakuye nim no November yebeye ye main stream budget no ene de yebehye ne kete say aban ebehwe no wayiyi yetuo no edoso dodo sa SME growth and opportunity program no mde aba no aban ayade pa amfa say a major intervention a womode ba womode abeso enwuma asene na yetimi etumpon wo enwuma di aye especially SMEs na nansen wo hwe a yekwa ahokire mu no na say eye say sebe won wetimi omo yes anse no na etimi aba abepia yechi na yetimi atete ye kana mum yasa etumpon ewo yenwumadi mteno no ene mesese omo hwe na emra the rightful people no womo a ese efata so omo de seska no ebe mo de be mo na yetimi de atra yenkoba mu na yetimi afa amanfo so adwuma na ome etimi enya ne ntoma pabi ede efra ni titu no ebegina fund managers no say omo betimi ahwe na womo a ese fata na umde amai womo pese ye direct from importation to export and manufacturing and inti ya adwen papa because ye pese ye self sufficient na omanu so timpon enti obia no enhwe hoodin bia wowo ne adie bi obetimi aye edimpuntu because omo enhwe ne bi omo mfama obi atrasa
yetwa kasebo no so dia na aboso kan spare part dealers awo omanyimu e na akyere sene a won edi aban no ho ya papa esan se aban no edi won hwamo yinyina ene se media budget nanka aban edi ba na no bnada no ni anaka wo hwe nim se aban no ebeka afa wonu nyuma no ho no wanka emu bia
exchange rates duties and some in this is aban eye hwe hina duty no ekosoro na dollar no so ekosoro a na say o man na nkasa na idumade edi nyina no e form party bia ni ho a okọ election na crucial election a na already budget so the tax from ba nim so nya de be ye enya adwuma and the oye de enya adwuma ba na na expect say ebia tax bia ye ka ho asem no over the years no so omka omunhwe no munyi covenant is here no ya kan onyi free ho no no and am anka wan hwe so disinfection wo ho o ba we na friend sepu network charge no I don't get it network charge so ye den na adwan na say bia ono afa bia anka wonti no wagya dada na wo ho no nti aye say wa ya ade So omoba panel no ka omosa micro hwan na timamun de ono onum sa de no expecting say okukruma buy it on saying and buy the 50 cities 45 cities 40 cities the only say two of yam obato be 15 cities 10 cities it is obe cancer abrofu nyina na ono onim food inflation a rise a exchange rate ne fuel no na spare parts abeka ho and spare parts part bi na ton no 2000 no and 4000 engines matis a vet engine vet ka se na mkromu ya de wo bayi 4 plugs so say vet your 4 plugs or 3 plugs or wo hwe no mde uba na 4 plugs na hodin nti because 3 plugs unti fanya uba commercial ko de bia run nti engine be ha an engine no 13000 but if you be atwam no 30000 wo de to full car na kasa and the car no unim ni bo 85000 when you 80000 it in the expect say nka obetouch what import duty no kwa on be fa so be bia fa duty be ba form say okoyi uniama na niam be form at least you know mam mia for 8 years at least some 5 months akade mama nyama mungu kakra enti no budget no ne your expectation from day 1 to the end and there I think say yet me meet your expectation oh total $1 16 cedis enti wo economy no be say gina yin fa a very problem pragmatic ye de nyina ye den baby 5 months akai den pa aban obetimi aye and brofo no okan parliament no brofo no now no is say you move from brofo ye pesi ehu reality practical solution.
Majority leader Emma Mrashebedwamu ne Wofre Franka Tuni Emma NDC Amanyokuo no John Dramani Mahama say one grad debate na fe offer na ni swade mu entuja.
We are aware that the NDC served in government for 8 years. They were in office from 2009 to 2017 January 6th. 8 years in office. President John Dramani Mahama was a vice president in their first term, and when President Mills passed on, he took over. So he was president for 4.5 years. The NDC MPs who today are criticizing the Akufo-Addo government were the same MPs and ministers of state during the NDC administration, an administration that Ghanaians know failed the people of Ghana. Today, the NDC cannot point to a single school in this country that has not seen infrastructural development or expansion. In fact, their own e-blocks, they could do only 23 or so. We came in, we have done 32 more, and the rest are still ongoing. Now, we, the majority caucus, are by this calling on President John Dramani Mahama, former president of Ghana and flag bearer of the NDC, not to run away from the debate, not to stay away from debating Dr. Bawumia. We are not afraid of the facts and the figures. We are not afraid of our track record. We know that we have not achieved 100% success. We concede that there are challenges, but we are far better in terms of governance. It is a reason why our flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, is ready to debate on the issues. We don't believe in politics of name calling, politics of insult, politics of insinuation, and all. We believe that the facts can speak for themselves. And the only way to give Ghanaians the opportunity to compare and contrast and to look at which of the two parties really has them at heart is for us to have a debate. So the NDC should not run away from any debate. There should be no excuses for debate.
Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Onumonyamfo Shirley Ayokoboche ene wode adesrede ato ebibiman panyifo nyina enem se wonma wonani enko emebuna wowo omanyimu na afenso no wonma wo ho ehia won.
That our people, especially our young people, are celebrating unconstitutional changes in government, we should be asking ourselves these questions. Our citizens are demanding and are indeed entitled to accountability. Citizen activism is on the rise, and rightly so. Democracy promises better, and we must deliver better. At the continental level, we need to reflect on the continued utility of our instruments. How is the integration project aiding member states in meeting their obligations to their citizens? We were assured that the African Continental Free Trade Area would lift millions out of poverty. Yet we know that the cost of doing business among ourselves is still far higher than doing business with the outside world. So whilst our young people are innovating, producing, yet production costs make them less competitive. We must be willing to make the bold changes and plunge ahead with confidence to make the AfCFTA a reality and to make it work. In the area of peace and security, we need to investigate the extent to which our instruments remain fit for purpose. We need creative solutions to safeguard the sanctity of our governance norms while assuring the security of our member states and our continent. After all, governance and security are two sides of the same coin. As a minister in West Africa, I cannot end without speaking of the critical challenge confronting our region. The strength of our regional union, ECOWAS, lies in the unity and cohesion of the member states. This is especially so for the fight against terrorism and extremist violence. The developments around the setting up of the Alliance of Sahel States from ECOWAS and their threatened exit from ECOWAS is saddening. While ECOWAS continues to engage with the leaders of those countries, it is important that part of our efforts as a continental organization is to communicate clearly to the people of those countries that we have a common destiny and therefore share a common interest with them on what happens inside their respective states. No individuals who seek to break up our Pan-African project can be more Pan-Africanist than our institutions for regional and continental integration.
Difficulties mastered are opportunities. One, we've all spoken about our difficulties. We need centers like yours to master those difficulties and turn them into opportunities that will be a win-win partnership for the youth, for Africa, for the world.
Progressive School Feeding Caterers Association and Ghana ha and then wakasa se ensensem wa Auditor General edetu onso someone no aduane pa MS school kwadano no krebia enim Madam Dorothy Oforisapon a wo yes secretary emasa epuei ekoso kire mu sem enuane e wo so omo no amankwala na eno ano omo no a ena ne omo de eye aduane ne so eno a ena omo to na omo nim se babia ensem efri eba no krebia so enhye danim.
Auditor General the report be out say school feeding a man na omo ni aduane ma nkwala no omo de enioma apro enioma asay ena ye aduane ma school for nkwala no na yeti na ya enye saa na ye de enioma apro ye aduane ma nkwala ebiom ye maame fo na omo wa bontene ka say aban de nnuane ne ba se emfa nnuane na ye wia ye pese ye ka kire ye maame no omo wa bontene say yes, basic schools na ye nnuane na aban ma ye nnuane aban fa aduane bi ambre ye ya na ekobo bosia na ye de ato ye nnuane nti so mu se ye so nnuane na ekwa a ye de nnuane na ikogu ye ye de kosie ye na de chen asan de abeye adwuma nti ye pese public ni hu efise ye bia na omu nnim
sika na omo si omo avo pay no ye pese oba abonte be kire caterers kura akwa akodi wo mo because why report that is onim but there's can no want to amra bonto me check interest kwa says can akodi wo mo ya no mo de sika na ni ye ho
adade aduane be si dan kwa ba school say bebrebe enti entimi no aduane bone e man kwala ni ni enti anim guase a omo di aguye no omo ntwensan sika omo de maye ne no 97 pesos eno omo de maye mi kwa kwala say send na kwa ma me 170 million na sika no atu aka wi adenti no omo de sa ade ni di e enti sika ba bia sika ni she bia omo famra na mo aduane di etete asusa no omo ntua mu because no kokokura auto na bontna e 5 cedis
me ye aduma wa ayi friends say villages ni there akwana ba fa hwe nkra ma obi akwa basco a wona be sa top adama no ama na yusu nti asa ban ye panacho
National Road Safety na sutre say wamone Ghana Police Service no aka won ho abomu ehwe a driver fu a wotwika basabasa owo oman mu no na woni won edi
Nshushimu mayati say Ghana no over 90% of your driver fu nyina eko beyond the speed limit. International say most of the time no a driver feel recklessly. Akwinhia dudu esi January to June 2024 6,653. Nshushimu mayati say Ghana no over 90% of your driver fu nyina eko beyond the speed limit. International say most of the time no a driver feel recklessly. Akwinhia dudu esi January to June 2024 6,653. Yeah, this two offices say by this time January to June 2023 na 6,931. Nti nyame chade no akwehia ne so ate akwehia dudu esi ya so ate by 4.01%. Sounds on a National Road Safety Authority yani police aka bom ye develop a shebe ye be deploy cameras and I say video cameras and I see many na ye dey to
so Western North region and then they wamo ehwehwe a chopa a free Speaker of Parliament on Monyam for Kingsford Bagbin Hall said adenti and our pam wamo member of Parliament no a free Mashibijo
or now Parliament now Konyamu Eka said Obetimi impeach the president of the land Obi Ankashi Antreno did I just order in South Ghana for num or the South Sajufonum and Nintin and Radio no 1 year side Yemi Bizani said you are Dr. Kokwefi as someone or no Speaker of Parliament a lawyer by profession I would Nimumbra no nim says the same brand here do Parliament or Kayano Boniben and Dr. Kokwefi Sano Obe Canada Adentin and your debate say young fan come up committee for no mini hujuma and Raya Rahoda Nadia can say yes Rano Yanisa when you na sumuya so ma adwene enti ya panachaw ya mani na wache pepe on fa chaw pe mu adene on fa chaw pa ebi ne atire bio en famre se hyoso constituency on famre se hwiman because yewra kokwa friye aya de hye prekope ya meti ya no de mi hu ya no aba me hu se no mo che bibi wa parliament ka aka ye saifo anasa ya MP na ye wani mu arosemu so de bibi bebre aka na se kwami de yi se so bi de ya chicha sa obi afa kwani krom no mo kwa ya aka ya nabi ya na de ayo adia na ya de ayo anye kwakwa fi ye kwa na apamu ye apamu no apamu sa remind na fi parliament the leader of parliament and ye bo ye wura samsi yi asu wanti bi anka hwehwe oho eda mutaka ka se wo ye tarani na te se wo ye bi anka bi waka asemi kire no wantimi amowa wo ho no no kire na bi say wodi nominees na makomati se yakoye hu aduma men wi sasabo nse obado mo kwai no mo akasa kokko yo aduma wo se me ko papa free na wu didi yatem no ye great parliament so no a house of records aye di
nsɛm ɛwɔ hɔ nti sɛ waka nsɛm a obiara wɔ ne ho kwan sɛ ɔkyerɛ n'adwen nti adɛnti na Dr. Kwaku Afiri yɛnkɔ akɔkyerɛ n'adwen a wopam no fi parliament yɛwɔ standing orders 35 no ɛna ma speaker of parliament tumi sɛ otumi pam wɔ bi fi parliament hɔ na nso asɛ na ɔbɛpam no no ɛwɔ kwan yɛ sɛ ɔfa so woka 129 a standing orders 129 ɛkyerɛ pefe procedures a yɛde ɛpane hyɛ obi ɛwɔ parliament ne nyinaa wɔyɛ dɛn wɔamfa so ɔmana no so a wɔse yɛ mpam no mfiri parliament nti pam no a yɛpam no firi parliament no ɛna yɛka sɛ ɛntwa ne kwan so ɛti yɛ demand unqualified apology ɛkyɛw pa kɛseɛ ɛde ma yɛ papa Dr. Kwaku Afiri ɛne sɛ wima nyinaa
yaba ho me kasebo no so na agudie mu nsam atwa
yere Diamond Castiano and so kwenu na fe dem agudie mo nsem na me to aso me de ema wonne anwumre yes to me live and so our Facebook abonye bi etimi ahwe na like na the commenting na na kan me de ama me din e de down kwa Isaac Dakun ku apune this year na yere fiesem ana be shase kwa kopiem so our the Jubilee House ho ana Ghana Mampeni His Excellency and so ni dosio wa ane oje ahoho na fe so oje omanfo na watimi ajonwa adwenkyere na no na ane all African games so man Ghana yetimi di EDCS so na say local organizing committee no and so mpani a opa won so mo hwe sa medicine na doctor aye Kwaku Asare afosu anana di anima ane and so jumedi na kwawie na omko Ghana man mpani na ya say ere mo ane adwuma pa ane adwuma odema no ne so mo meso nya no bibia and Tienko na Yenko Tienko Timoko so our the Jubilee House.
Permit me to express our heartfelt gratitude to you for the faith and trust that you place in us, the LOC members, when you inaugurated the team in October 2020. Mr. President, you've been with us throughout, through thick and thin, and your commitment to Ghana hosting the African Games was really infectious. Mr. President, you made it possible that you gave us an unflinching support, which was great and admirable. We wouldn't have been able to host these games but for your commitment, because we had challenges like COVID, and then IMF was also breathing over our neck with fiscal policy measures. But nonetheless, you stood firm and said Ghana was to host the games. And anytime we came to you, you gave us the needed support and encouragement. Mr. President, the facilities that we were able to build at Boteman and also what we upgraded at Legon will be contributing towards the building of sports in our country. And as I speak to you, Mr. President, I'm happy to inform you that because of the facilities we upgraded at Legon, Ghana has won the bid to host the International Athletics Competition in 2026. We also want to thank you for the encouragement you gave us to ensure that the facilities we put up at Botiman will serve as the basis for the building or establishment for the establishment of the University of Sport for Development. And I've just been informed by my Honorable Minister that we have had executive approval for that. President, thank you so much. We deeply appreciate everything that you've done for us.
Once again, with a lot of pleasure to welcome you to Jubilee House, the seat of Ghana's presidency, and to say that the message you brought is an exceptionally positive message. So I have to thank all of you for your contribution and for your hard work and dedication to duty that has made it possible for these games to have come and gone. It's not easy. 13,000 people. And it's enough for 13,000 people. And it's a big kudos to our country. Ghana has benefited. Its image has been uplifted by the work that you do. So on my part too, I want to thank you very much for all the work that you did to make these games a resounding success. I don't think there's any other way to describe it.
The committee now and so many and in some 8 me about so now Madam so me what the Jubilee House and so I can't see say our all African games that team course no idea countries be PM man Ghana hano na omokwada hotels ni bia na idea and over 60 hotels Ghana and penny team kwaje all football ni mo no ene metina ka say 40% omusa komusika na say 60% de omusa akamusika na hotels do na eguso omotata ministry ni say omusika aka no omutua na akwense mebere no ana youth and sports minister honorable Yusuf Mustafa atiremu na ka odini nyina no odini nyanso etimi edetudwa yentv right here.
I've also seen a reportage about some hotels wanting to sue the Ministry of Youth and Sports for non-payment of their bills after the African Games. For the information, we engaged 44 hotels during the African Games. 44 hotels were engaged during the African Games. And as we speak, only 28 of them, that's the ministry owe. The rest have all been paid full 100%. So when I see the report, over 48 hotels threatening to sue the Ministry for Youth and Sports because of non-payment of bills, the report is not accurate. Then the 28 that are left that we are still owing, almost all of them, we have paid them more than 40%. And as and when we receive funding, because when you have budget doesn't mean that you have the money seated. As and when we get releases, the rest payment will be catered for. In fact, even last week, some of the hotels were here to pick their checks. So the report is not accurate and it is not true. The truth of the matter is what I've just indicated. So that is why we called you to engage you, so that there is clarity in some of the reportage that.
Anyway, I am Zemubia and now Yusuf Mustafa, Youth and Sports Minister, and not just say all of the games that you my God. And into no young quenim na and a day a year 2023 so now after so day sa aye crew and we no omako piem so at the Jubilee House onu say ademo adakwa jemu ademo man Ghana amete CAF Confederation Afenso no CAF Championship na ne titu ne CAF Championship a Samates ebeko na wo de kru ana kwache Ghana man panin say obi hiom nwa na Ghana man panin so de nsem kakra ato nu say senior tibia no kafo odidi and the senior tibia no obeboa wona Afenso no musika sem no onwetimi akọ Africa.
Samates Football Club was established in 1996, and just 2 years ago they had opportunity of entering the Premiership, and within 2 years they have emerged as champions for the Ghana Premier League. 2 years, and this just goes to buttress the point I've been making, that anytime you get corporate support for our clubs, they do well. Last season, we all know Midiama, which is also backed by Goldfields, performed wonderfully, even at the club, the Premiership stage, and when they went to Africa too, they did so well. So it is my hope that now that Samates has also got an opportunity, and they are coming here to seek your blessing. Inshallah, they also travel far within the Champions League, where they are going to represent our country.
As we have qualified to represent Ghana in Africa, we said, one, we want to come and seek your blessing by showing you the cup, and then to seek your blessing, because over the years, what we have realized is the teams that go to Africa lack financial support. They would have really done well or gone to the advanced stages, but unfortunately, finances has become a problem. And we are appealing to you, as we are even come to showcase the cup to you, that we are representing Ghana and we need your support, Mr. President, to make sure that we can excel in the CAF Championship. And that is why we are here.
I'm very happy for you. I want to congratulate all of you, the chief and Mr. Manager, business developer, captain and the players, all of you, on a great achievement. And you're about to go now into the Continental Tournament. It's been some time since we had a winner on the Continental Tournament. And perhaps we have the opportunity to be there. Yes. But we must all support you. And I think that the demand you're making for assistance from government on this Continental in a journey is not misplaced. Yes, and between the Minister for Youth, myself, and the Finance Minister, we'll see what we can do to help. But help, we must help. Yeah, it's a national assignment that you're undertaking. You're waving the flag of Ghana. So we too have to do what we can to support you. Times are not the best as far as money is concerned, but I always like Dr. Buzia's statement, Kafu Didi. So we'll do our best to help.
On Kafu Odidi, and the way Ghana, Manpenny, and Sama Waka. Now, so if you have been on one day, and so on any finals and everything else supported. Samates FC Airco a CAF Championship and now on Africano on Bobo Modema Bianson Eltimi a Janna. See, you remove our Amonane and Semedia. What Amonano your copy on Manchester United on your screen on what me on Valley on away Kita, Ultim Sampa, and it down Kama Pa, and way the Blues are with me, Akase. Your own video there, and that's Joshua when you be and so after we Manchester United, the Red Devils, and so New Jersey on my team up for the year 2024-2025. And I'm Sema, and I'm going to Jamano. What I just want I Pauliano, who could Piemo so Leeds United are almost so much up our just on Yanko Yasan on Villain Leeds United, Bokono. On with one villain on with Justin. Way Leeds United and so omo awake it and what team up I want my yellow correct one pa and it now Liverpool catching as I been so me could be a 7 years so ho now Romana say Abraham Eric Ketty Jones and so I praise the coach in the Eddie Henry Slot ne wabete be Liverpool kono na ohwe atoto nyama enkomo say na Ketty Jones etimika are atoja.
It's amazing actually. I've said it a lot. It's probably the happiest time I've been, I think, in terms of a style of play that suits me and the lads that we have in our team. You know, it's a clear plan. You know, in the training and stuff, he's fully involved. He coaches us a lot. You know, he's big on the fan of the details and things. He's got a certain way of playing and.
All right, Edina near to me course on and that's when we Liverpool catch there now and they I want some head coach and the Army Slot and as I've been so audience to ja after Brant and the train alone sell me to me send a contract no akwa bibia ho and so I don't come at me every you cry and so.
So it will probably be a bit boring. And I think it's the same answer you've heard in the last 5, 6 or 7 years that contract situation are not discussed at this place. So, but just keep trying, I would say.
Always will.
Aha na good demo and 7 year medi AC Edma Diamond cast here so me din the dankwa Isaac Dako kwa mini this year me sorry na minia and my one or ere a castenia and so I will call akwa wie. You ever seen here? Bye bye.
For a hack and a bread by my quine, yet because the bunina ever bunny my ambassador and my Diamond Grand Jeweler Estates, Diamond Grand Travel and so Ben Light Enterprise, after to have just lay empire, Golden Touch Center, Womunina and a boy a chidoma and anyway, they cast a boy a best of more. I can kind for a me. Mouse upon your mini bar. Yeah, cramo.